Hello YouTubers, DEFan3D coming at you out here with a Elko update for the points of 2025 going into tomorrow night. I will be making my 99th appearance at Elko tomorrow and my third time going this year, but it'll be off camera because I'm only going there to get sunglasses. I lost the ones that I wore at the Arca Menards event after I put my regular ones on, and I'm not sure how I did that, but it'll be good though to get new ones. But I'm not just going there for that, because I will shoot racing content, because I'm going to walk down to the trailer store that's a mile down the track. That's Nina Miner's trailer store. I got a buddy that works there. Me and him will be going. He'll get off of work, then we're going to go straight from that all the way to Lacrosse Speedway for tomorrow night for racing action, to get you guys up to date on that as well. And then I'm really looking forward to this too, because now I'm going to 2 Wisconsin tracks back-to-back weekends. So tomorrow Lacrosse, Friday night next week, Ned's picking me up at 2. And me and my dad are going to the 25 Memorial event for Marvin Mazovka. And I got kind of confused because I thought he was related to Scott and Chris Wimmer for their uncle. No, I was thinking of Larry Deschens, the other 25, because there's 2 of these guys that had the same car number. Marvin Mazovka had it, Larry Deschens had it, and but they're doing the Marvin Mazovka at Toma Sparta Speedway in Toma, Wisconsin. So I'm going to that next Friday night, and so that'll be really cool. God bless both of them. But Larry for sure, of his Kakana, Wisconsin International Raceway accident, and with him and Alan Kowicki involvement, that was a really big bummer. My buddy Mike Kangas went to that race, so that was a bad deal there. So, but as I'm getting to the points, I got 2 notable bad boy awards to toss out to 2 drivers. I'll mention that here in a little bit. But we'll get to here. First things first, the 3 of Chris Cruiser Merrick doing a banner job, and I'm really happy about that. He's getting redemption for what happened to him at the second race of the year, and I'm really happy that he's getting a redemption and doing a great job. And second is the 52 of Chad Wallen. Third is the 14 of Grant Brown. Grant Brown in the 14. Fourth is the 8 of Billy Moan. And fifth is the 6 of Owen Giles. I'll get back to those 2 guys in a little bit on something. The 6th spot is the 19 of Jake Ryan. 7th is the 32 of Jeremy Wolf. 8th is the 50 Steve Anderson Jr. 9th is the 07 of Dylan Solner. Top 10 for Colin Stalker. 15th is the 41 of Donnie the Rocket Reavers. And then 18th, and a big shock to me on this one. I'll be shocked if this guy shows up to Elko tomorrow, because I'm going for right now. I've seen him run at Lacrosse. If he's at Elko, I'll be very shocked, because he hasn't ran there for all the season up until just a few weeks ago, which is very shocking. He's actually, for him coming to Elko this late, and we have 24 cars currently in the standings, and an 18th, for this guy not running out of all at Elko for being this high in the standings currently, that's pretty good. But an 18th is the same to a Jacob Gady. I'm really shocked about saying that name, an 18th right now in the standings out of 24 cars. That's pretty good for not having been running the full season and running more at Lacrosse. Like I said, I'll be shocked if Jacob Gady runs at Elko and not Lacrosse Speedway. And but I see him going to Lacrosse though. Hopefully, it'd be pretty cool. But I know that Steve Carlson will be there. Jeff Partington has ran there. He's ran Elko too. It's been a while since his 99 car. He's actually trying to sell that car. And then a few others, and including Anna Benzik in the 21. So that should be interesting to see if it'll be fun seeing him there, because he hasn't ran at Elko a whole lot either, and which is unfortunate. And then in 21st at the 75 of Joel Tyson. So that's pretty good. Bad Boy Awards. I talked to Conrad Peterson last night. June 26th, Tommy Peterson brings the 99 car back out after the accident that was including the 42 of Ryan Camish, the 50 and the 94 of Hunter Payne, and the 50 Steve Anderson Jr. from last year with the 94 of Hunter and the 50 of Steve with that involvement. Brought me the urge of tears recording that video. And I talked to, of course, Ryan Camish, borrowing his brother's 5-car, Todd Camish's car, and running the rest of the season with that 5. They haven't ran both cars at all this year, the 42 or the 5, and they're still working on the 42 cars. So I feel bad for the Camishes on that one still, but you know, hearing about Tommy Peterson being back though at Elko, and the 8 of Billy Moan running side by side down the backstretch going in turns 3 and 4, and then the 6 of Owen Giles coming out of nowhere to run the third lane, which is hardly a third, like trying to make your car act like there's more track when there's not a whole lot, but squeezing it 3 wide around turns 3 and 4 to the front stretch, and the 99 being the meat and the sandwich and the hot dog flying out of the bun, and to turn down on the, and having to rub on the 8, and then being the 6 coming down and squeezing all 3 together and pinching them to cause donut marks up and down the late models and damaging the 99 car, which there was some good cosmetic damage to come of the 99, and tearing up some of the contingency stickers. In fact, Connor Peterson told me that they had to pull off majority of those contingency stickers, the little small ones, off of the door and fabricate the whole thing and then add newer ones on there. That's a tedious process to put those on there. That ain't the easiest thing to do, because you have to take multiple pictures and all of that stuff, and there's only like one pin holding the doors, so Conrad Peterson kicked it, and he said, how about that? Like a Days of Thunder reference, and then having Billy Moan coming from his car after the second feature was over, coming out of his car, running all the way down to the 99 team, yelling at them, saying that it was their fault getting into them, when it was the 6 of Owen Giles pinching the 99 onto the 8. It's just like, come on. It's the 6 shouldn't be running like a NASCAR event, and the 8 should have more patience with Tommy Peterson. I just really get sick and tired of seeing this again. You guys are local guys, you're not NASCAR, you're not ARCA, you guys are doing this out of your own pocket, you're doing this with your own money. In fact, when I go to lacrosse tomorrow, this is $40 right here that I get for the garage pass that my parents give me every month, every time I go to these tracks. I'm really happy about that, but it's still the same thing. It's like, you guys are supposed to enjoy this atmosphere, not bashing each other like it's Demolition Derby with your late models, because these cars aren't cheap. They're pretty expensive, and you gotta be smart. It's like owning a gun, and but it's just, yeah, really, really sad to hear this. And it's Elko's 60th anniversary. This track's been around since 1965, and I treat this place like my baby, and it's a sanctuary to me. So, but to have my buddies and the guys I look up to as my local heroes, and for them to be fighting with each other, and even still picking on the 99 car like a schoolyard bully, it's not fun to talk about and hear this kind of stuff. But even Bad Boy Awards, I'll throw some of those out of lacrosse tomorrow if I have to as well. I'm still playing the same racing game, but it's a big bummer. But it's racing, I get it, but it's just, you guys are doing this out of your own pockets, and it's just it's bad vibage. That's all I got to say. But it's kind of like a glorified quote-unquote boys have at it 2010-2025 moment for NASCAR, it sounds like. But hopefully Tommy Peterson can do well tomorrow. I'm expecting to hopefully get things from that team. They've been struggling all of this season, from coming off of the season they had last year, and It's kind of a damn shame that they had to close it out too early because of the 5094 shenanigan antics. But even goes for Tumblr Sport Speedway for the Marv Mazovka Memorial 25 for Friday night. Same thing. But the thing about that track is that in turns 1 and 2, there's no retaining walls. There's just grass and a chunk of woods. So if you slide off of that racetrack, you're going to go down a hill into the woods like Raceway Park. Had no walls in turns 3 and 4. You just slid down the grassy hill and you drove back up. Watermelon and Capital Speedway in Georgia. That place is no picnic either. You fly out of the track in turns 3 and 4. They have a pond, wetlands down there. I've seen races on YouTube where late models get stuck and they get pulled out and there's mud caked on the car. I'm like, my gosh, I went swimming. So, but it's going to be interesting to see if anybody shanks the car into the woods on a Friday night. And other than that, though, these late model guys are doing pretty good. Just 4th and 5th of the 8 of Billy Moan and 6 of Owen Giles. I look up to you guys, but having to give you guys bad boy awards because of the 99 car, I'm not happy about that. Thanks to Conrad Peterson filling me in on that last night when I was talking to him on the phone. So it sucks. But the one thing I am happy about is the Arkham Menards event YouTube videos I've had on my channel. That Ty Ferguson interview. I'm glad I got to the track at 1 o'clock that afternoon and got there early so I could get interviews. And that Ty Ferguson one, I'm really glad that you guys are getting the history of ASA and ARCA together with Dan Ferguson's 21 Scott LaFavor car and that Venturini 25 Toyota Camry. I'm going to talk more about that as we get close to Oktoberfest because I'm going to share a couple of things that I'll be bringing with me for that anniversary. And but ASA no longer being in existence and Scott LaFavor's team being shut down. The building is still there. That's in Burnsville by Buck Hill. It's fun that I'm really glad to say that I was born in the right place at the right time of 1996 and to be part of the early 2000s and to witness the last state fair event at the Minnesota State Fair on Labor Day Monday race with 300 laps and seeing Dick Trickle and getting to really experience late model racing like it's an ARCA race. That's what ASA kind of was. And back in those days, in fact, ARCA and ASA hated each other, which was kind of funny. And but it was still good stuff. And but to compare both notes and to have both pictures on my video for that, and you guys get knowledge and seeing 5 likes on that video. Thank you guys for the support for this channel. And it wasn't for all of you with 380 subscribers, I wouldn't be doing this. So I'm really glad. In fact, next year will be my 10-year anniversary of doing YouTube from 2016 to 2026. And me turning 30 from 1996. So that's pretty cool. So 6 is up and down the board next year for me. I'm being pretty happy about it. So, and I'm looking forward to that. And should be a good time next year too. We're not done with 2025 yet. But for right now, the racing season for me, hearing about it's kind of been good, but it's kind of fluctuating like this, having to talk about bad boy awards and antics at Elko. So, son of... Other than that, it's going to be good, but we'll see what happens. Tomorrow night at lacrosse, looking forward to it. But hopefully all you guys at Elko New Market can mind your manners. I'm hoping for that. So, but we'll see what happens. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.